All right, we got a cool little treat for you today. We got a trails shootout with 3 different bikes. First, we have a 2019 300XC with a Tom Morgan cut head. Key and carburetor, JD jetting kit, FMF, got a lot of really cool parts and made it all red. It's the last year of the carbureted bikes. We really like this bike, really cool bike. Then we got a 450 EXC. And this bike has ECU from Jamie at Twisted. Really cool bike. It's got his exhaust manifold as well. And then we got the new generation 2324 KTM 350 XCF. We've been a fan of these bikes. This one has an ECU from Jamie at Twisted, as well as it's up 2 on the rear sprocket and got some really good suspension on it as well. None of the bikes are stock-ish, but we're going to give you some thoughts on these things. We're going to be riding these things on the trail. We got a real gift in Southern California now with this bit of rain we got, which is really cool in the summertime in August in California. So thanks to Hillary. We're going to be talking with our Cardo in-helmet communications and talking about these 3 different bikes on the trails and seeing which one we like the best.
All right, we are riding halfway through August, more than halfway through August, in the desert. Pretty awesome. I'm on the 450 right now. Jay is on 350. Jim is on a 300. Having a lot of fun. We got a little desert track out here. Comparing all 3 of these bikes, all pretty different, but also all bikes that on the trails really just kill it. I mean, they all have their advantages. One's a 2-stroke, this one has a license plate, you know, pretty cool advantages to each one. And the 350 that Jay's on is a pretty solid track bike if you wanted it to be. So obviously, what bike you're gonna pick out of these 3 is depending on what type of riding you're doing the most, you know? And at the end of the day, if you're somebody who is a mostly road dude and you want to buy a bike for your road riding and trail riding, this dual sport is just a no-brainer option, right? If you're someone who's doing mostly track, but some hare and hound stuff, then that 350 is definitely for you. And then if you're somebody who is pretty much single track exclusive and you're partial to 2 strokes already, then the 300's gonna be your thing. But if you don't fall into any specific category too heavily, oh, dead cow right there, not a very lively bunch out here, but if you don't fall into any of those groups heavily, then it's more up in the air to how you're gonna pick between any of these 3 bikes.
Well, you just gave away the whole shootout. So that was a great summary of all 3 bikes.
That's how it goes.
That's how it goes. So
we get to the point.
No big surprise. But Spencer just summarized perfectly kind of what all 3 bikes are best for, who they're best for. The one thing I'll add about the 450, about the EXC, is that I just made a man pass on Jim. The one thing I'll say is that if you're riding in California especially, or an area where you really need to be street legal,
yeah,
an EXC bike is the ticket. Now, the one downside of an EXC is they must have modifications to run like they should with the ECU and so forth, because they're so corked up stock. So that's about it, about my thoughts.
That's about how it goes, yeah. And these EXCs, for a lot of dudes, a lot of people think that all dual sports, when they hear the word dual sport, if you're getting into riding, they think it's the same, but you want to be careful about what dual sport you're buying, because it can be advertised as a dual sport, but in actuality is more like a dirt road for trail sport, and then not much else, right? So these KTM dual sports are very capable in both areas of road and trail riding.
So when we get over those hill climbs, I think you should do a run on each bike.
Yep.
Everybody, give everybody a sight and sound of each bike on the same kind of hill or two, and people have an idea of the power. Now, I will say the power, I'll tell you right now, after riding all three already, I can tell you the power on the 450 is what you'd expect. It's that 450 power, has the ECU from Twisted, so, and a manifold. The thing just barks, and it's just got so much grunt, you can stop halfway up a hill if you want and take off.
Oh, the power's unreal. The
350 XCF has got great power that's more snappy, more quicker. Not as much torque, obviously, being less CCs. And the 300, it just got that great track type power that you're used to, and so it's a really good mix. So Spencer's going to hit these.
I'll do this hill climb on all three bikes right here. Start with 450, second gear rolling off, and just...
You do fine? Yeah. I should have got a better run at it though.
Beautiful.
Okay, the 450 EXC is the hill climb winner in these sand hill climbs.
So fast. Woo!
Winner of the coolest sound up the hill, right here.
Hey, Case, so we got a full day on these bikes. Really fun. Spencer's going to finish it out on the 300 a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about what we thought right now. We might have had a little echo from our Cardos. Spencer's figured out a really good way to record. And so we use the Cardos. You can use our discount code. I'm on the 350 XCF behind him. This new generation bike is really good, really fun. What do you think of that 300, Spence?
So good. But between all these bikes...
That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So what's it? So today on these trails, what's the winner bike for you?
450.
450 EXC. Because of what was the main thing that had you change your tune?
It's mainly just that a lot of hills out here, and a lot of just dead stop, just need grunt. And in second gear, that 450 can make it up about anything, but like seriously about anything. And out here, it'd probably go 450, and then very close to it is that 350 that you're on. Very good bike still. And then the 300. But all are very close as far as skill-wise. And I think I'd change my tune if we got on some tighter single track stuff. This 300 or your 350 might shine through more than the 450.
Okay, so I picked that 300 for the trails we're on right now. Everything we're on right now, I love that 300. Like, it's just a lot less feeling bike, even though we know the weight's very similar. It feels like a lot less bike. And then I lean towards this bike, and then the 450. And the 450 is mainly just for the climbs, you know. As we know, we did declare it the climb winner. So totally fun. Again, it doesn't matter which bike you pick, you're going to be a winner here.
Oh, absolutely.
Or which bike you already own, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just epic trail riding. Thanks for watching, obviously. I kind of said at the beginning of the video about like how what you're riding depends on what you should get, but all these bikes are really great. Can't go too wrong with any of them. So
the nice thing about your winner is that you can ride it to the riding area.
Oh, barbed wire there.
Legally, yeah. That's the nice thing about the EXC. And so an EXC with any mods is a really capable bike, and that's one thing we've come to realize is the EXCs are so dang good.
Yeah.
We have the luxury of having multiple bikes. Most people just have one bike as their do-it-all bike, or they're only trail on field sport, and that's where those EXCs are just incredible. So yeah, hopefully everybody enjoyed that, some of that good riding footage. It was a good excuse for us to show some wet dirt in California in
August,
in the summertime. This never happens. So
awesome.
also check out all of our links in our link tree. If you're gonna buy anything from Rocky Mountain, you can use our link. And that should do it. Enjoy. Hopefully we'll see you out in the track or trail soon.
See you later.
Got some epic dirt today because of Hillary.
Phew.
We'll climb. Better get on it. Little rocket. FMF, Recluse. That's a torque drive. There you go.
That one's not hard.
450. EXC.
Woo.
FMF. Twisted. ECU.
She eats.
Not bad for dual sport.
Know where you're going with the #1 GPS app, accessing 500,000 miles of trails and roads, open dates, and public lands. Plan your routes before you head out with the new state-of-the-art Route Builder. The Elite version even shows landowners and property boundaries. Download the Onyx Off-Road app today for a free 7-day trial. Also, to save 20%, use the discount code DBTV1.